Raku never wavered. Everyone watching learn. As this child shows us the way.
You might have just sentenced a bunch of children to death. You need me. I can get a cameraman in there. Let's go. Ow! Show you the Raku. Don't stop rolling.
Tyler Perry's Ruthless. New season, August 8th.
As we start off Season 5, Episode 1, we start off exactly where we left off, where we have Lewis, George, and the highest, and Bridget just got popped and she is on the ground. Of course, Lewis is upset. He's telling the highest to shut the hell up, and here comes Daikon and the crew saying, no, you shut the hell up. The highest is so happy to see his dear Daikon come to the rescue. And absolutely, yes, they finally get the highest back from Lewis and George as they were arguing. And they say, stick them up, put your guns down, put your straps down. And Daikon gets so angry that he pops one into Lewis's arm. Of course, Lewis is so enraged and upset and in pain. They get these guys and they catch these guys and take them away. Of course, the highest is amused, and he told them that it's a Raku day and they're going to pay for their betrayal. That's right. So Lewis, George, they get captured for being imbeciles, and absolutely they're going to take them back to the campus. The highest is so happy to see his dear Daikon protecting him and coming to the rescue. He absolutely says, I love you back. And yes, we'll see what happens next. But yes, Daikon is probably back in good graces. Meanwhile, in the forest, we got the crew. We got Joan River, Lacey, and Zane. And they are trying to find a bank. They need to find civilization, but they're trying to find a bank in the middle of the night. And they're going back and forth. They're frustrated. Zane is arguing with River. And yes, Jonas, listen, let's just take a nice walk. Let's get along. We got to get away from here. We got to find a bank. Meanwhile, we see a car behind a bus. The car looks familiar. The bus doesn't look familiar. Who is that? That is your girl, Ruth. And she sees these children on this bus. And she sees a gentleman with a red outfit and a red kufi while hearing children chant, we are the Rakadushi. And she sees Callie, her daughter, on this bus. And she is screaming her name. She's looking out the back, looking real weird and different, not regular at all. She screams her name, Callie. And of course, this guy gets on the bus, and we will find out exactly who he is, but he will be introduced later. He gets on the bus in the middle of the night, and then the bus takes off. She gets out the car to try to chase the bus down, but she fails. Back to the crew in the woods. And again, they are going back and forth because they're frustrated. And it's dark, and they say, I think I see lights up ahead. Let's go towards the lights, right? So River and Zane, I'd rather be someplace else than be with you. And Jonas is like, listen, guys, calm down. Let's just take a nice walk in the woods. The next thing you know, your girl, Joan, steps on a bear trap. Oh, my God. She hits the ground, screaming and yelling in excruciating pain. Oh, my God. And she's yelling and screaming, and they get nervous, right? River and all of them, they get nervous. And what are we going to do? He screams, the FBI's out here. They're going to find us. Your girl, Lacey's like, yo, we can't stay here because the FBI's going to come. We got to go. What are we going to do? We got to get to the bank. You got to get this money. And River's, I'm trying to think. And your girl Lacey's like, listen, I'm sorry. We got to go, right? So Lacey and Zane, they boat up out of there. But River stays to try to take this bear trap off of Joan's foot because she is still screaming at the top of her lungs. Just imagine a bear trap on your ankle. I'm sure you'll be screaming as well. So here we are with Elder Madamava and the ladies, and they are waiting at the gate. And who comes back? The highest comes back. And Elder Mother's like, oh, no, the highest, I knew you would come back for us. You wouldn't leave us. And the highest is like, we have won the battle, but we have not won the war yet, right? So he's back. They are happy. They are rejoicing, of course. Your girl, Elder Madamava, is like, we're going to fight. And Scumbag man, he's like, are you crazy? They have real straps out there, real bullets. What are you talking about fighting? You're not making sense right now. You got pitchforks. And then she slaps Manny in the face and says, we're gonna fight no matter what. We're ready to take on these people for the Raku. All hail the Raku. All hail the highest. And she goes off in the middle of the woods, in the middle of the night, with these ladies who have pitchforks and all types of stuff. Crazy. So here we are, back with River, still trying to get this bear trap off of Joan. He's trying to cheer her up because she's like, I'm ready to see the Raku. And he's like, no. And she's like, listen, you're just here to get the money. You think I'm not going to split the $2 million. I thought it was $1 million last time, but now it's 2. But she is losing so much blood that she is getting so delirious. He's trying to cheer up and say, yeah, got out of law school. You didn't like me, but here we are. You're here for you. And she's like, no, you're just here for the money. And he's trying to keep her awake because she's losing so much blood. She is about to faint and fall out. And that's exactly what she does. She falls out as River's trying to keep her awake. So here we are. All the night, all the day. She's in the middle of nowhere with these ladies singing Raku chants, Raku hymns, and they are ready to fight, singing these hymns. Meanwhile, the FBI is pinned down. Somebody is shooting at the FBI. Who is it? Well, here we are. We are introduced to 3 people from the cartel. We have this young lady Keys, another goon, and they're like, yeah, we're here to get the money and all of this and that. But yeah, she's there for another reason. She's there to take out the highest. So they're going back and forth. They're shooting at the FBI, and they're like, listen, we're not here to take out the FBI. What are you doing? And then they're popping off, and here we are. They're going back and forth. And yes, we are introduced to Glitch. Glitch is Lilo's brother. And Keys is like, listen, I could take out the highest right now. What should I do? He says, stand down. He may know where my brother is. So he's there for Lilo. She's there to get the money and to take out the highest. So Glitch and Keys, they are pinned down as the FBI is shooting back. Now, 2 young ladies, they roll up on the highest. And yeah, remember, bullets are flying everywhere. All of a sudden, one of the ladies gets popped by one of the strays. She falls to the ground. Scumbag Manny and the rest of the guys come over and say, yo, we got to get you out of here, highest. And the lady is on the ground. She is popped, and the other lady's tending to her. We will see her later. All right. So here we are with Glitch and Keys. They're firing back on the FBI, and they're going back and forth. And Glitch is like, we got to get up out of here. Yeah, we got Elder Mother Marva in our sights, right? And pow, Keys pops a bullet right through Elder Mother's hand. She goes down. Oh, my God. It went through the hand, so she'll be fine. I thought she was going to get taken out, but I guess not. So look, Glitch is like, you got to get up out of here, man. That wasn't the mission for us to be facing the FBI. And she's like, listen, I'm here to take out the highest. You're here for your brother and the money. I'm here and been sent to take out the highest. So yes, Glitch and Keys, will be seeing more of them as well. So here we are in the punishment trailer. And guess who's back? Look at Peter is back. But yeah, we got George and Lewis, and he's finally got you. You thought that you was going to get away. And he's like, you're my dearest Daikon. You're always there for me. I'll always be here for you, right? It's like, you guys think that you was going to get away, taking some of the money and everything else like that. And he's like, yeah, please, we love you too. And they're like, shut up, Lewis. And he slaps him. Daikon slaps him and says, there is no mercy, right? So they're trying to figure out exactly how to torture them, whatever the case is. And here comes Peter like, take care of them. All praise the highest. Say it. And George is like, all praise the highest. And Lewis is saying it too. He's like, louder. All praise the highest. He's like, that's better, right? So the highest is going to leave, figure out how he's going to torture these guys for their betrayal. And yeah, your boy Lewis, I know he feels bad beating up Peter, and he feels bad that he got caught. But yes, Peter's going to guard them and is told to watch over them to make sure they don't get away. Peter's back, and they're looking at him like, yeah, who's in charge now? They chased after him and all of this and that. Who's in charge now? So again, back to Glitch and Keys. Yes, they are still pinned down by the FBI. He's like, we got to get up out of here. There's too many of them. We got to go. So he leaves because he sees the FBI rolling up. She's sitting there, and she's like, yo, I'm going to hold it down. The FBI are coming down on her. They're right behind her. They capture Keys and take her away, right? They like put down and take her away. We'll see more of her in the next coming episodes, all right? So now the Elder Madamava and the crew, they are back. It's like, I went out there and yes, what did you do? Did you shoot back? You didn't do anything, you coward. I got this flesh wound right here. I got popped. Did you pop back? There's too many of them. We're outnumbered. I told you. You're like, you know what? Go out there and go get the wounded. Go now. He's like, which way should I go? She's like, get out of here. I'm the Supreme Elder Mata. Right? So she looks at the other guy and the crew goes back into the campus. Now, Manny goes out there to find the wounded and he definitely finds Joan and River. So he rolls up on River like, what are you doing here? Why you have these clothes on and all this and that? He's like, listen, we need help. She got a foot caught in the bear trap and all of this and that. You know, we need help. We need help. He's like, why are you here? Oh, we're trying to escape, but we got caught in a bear trap. So let's see if she survives, but they have major concerns. They don't know what to do. You know, they do have an infirmary. It would make sense to bring it to the infirmary, right? Here comes Elder Madamava with her little bandage. Like, I went to fight and I got popped in the hand and, oh, we got one of the wounded. Okay, take her to the infirmary. So that's exactly what Manny and River do. They take Joan to the infirmary. Hopefully Joan will be okay, but still, we already know that she will have a conversation with the highest, and yes, he will find out. So Ruth rolls up on Lacey and Zane, and she's like, listen, we got to go back. You know, I found the children. They're going back to this campus with this guy with a red kufi on, a red outfit. I got to go back to get my daughter. I have to go back, and you guys are coming back with me. Of course, they're like, why? We don't want to go back. What are you talking about? Let's get out of here. She's like, no, I'm not leaving without my daughter. So again, Zane is like, yo, real? Are you serious? They are not happy. And yes, Ruth is adamant about this. She's like, yo, what makes you think that you're the boss? And she's like, don't let me slap you. You know what I'm saying? I am the boss. Remember, I'm the supreme mother, right? I'm the supreme elder here. So this is what we're going to do. Okay. So yes, Ruth is hell bent. She gets some robes out of the trunk. We're going to go back to the campus. Yeah, that's right. I gotta get my daughter. So they are now back on the campus, walking around like nothing happened, like weren't just out in the woods trying to escape. And here comes Elda Madamava. Oh, what are you doing? What's going on? Help me with my hand. She's like, no, we have to get things prepared for the highest being returned to us, right? You're going to get prepared. She's like, all three of you have to do it. What is going on? Your highest is going to give a message. You're going to miss the message. You know, praise the Raku, all praise the highest. Right? So she's praising and all this and that. She's like, you're sure you need all three of you? And Ruth is just like, you know what? Maybe I should tell the highest, you know, what you did. And she's like, oh, no. Okay, go do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, right? So she leaves and she's like, listen, you know, Jane is like, you don't have to bully Elder Mother. And Ruth is like, don't let me slap you, dog. Don't let me slap you, right? So Ruth leaves, right? And they're like, what are we going to do? Here comes Peter. What are you doing out here? You all supposed to report to the pavilion for the message from the highest. Get out of here, right? So Peter's always like yelling at people. Here we are. The highest is back. Raku, all praise the Raku. He's like, yes, we won the battle. But there is a war going on and there's something special that's going to happen. And here comes Elder Mother. All praise the Raku. Now that looks like Joan right there. But Joan is in the infirmary. Is this weird or what? Because that looks like Joan next to Elder Mother Marva. Joan is supposed to be in the infirmary. Anyway, the highest is like, yeah. He leaves and tells, you know, the message. He goes back to his trailer. And who do we see? We see Ruth in some lingerie. All praise the Raku. All praise the highest, right? And she is smiling. She got her hair all did. You know, she looking all sexy. And your boy Dakon's like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, what are you doing? She's like, I came to celebrate and take care of the highest on our victory of him being returned to us by the Raku. And of course, your boy is like, I don't believe her. I don't believe her with her little tricks. And she's like, what are you talking about? Daikon, I know you're jealous because I can please the highest better than you, right? And Daikon's like, nah, man, I don't believe her because, you know, remember what Lewis and them said. And she's like, oh, you're going to believe those guys? You're going to believe our enemies? I'm here for you. And I made sure that the money is not gone and all this and that. And she's like, what? Like, she's really trying to be all nice and sweet and everything. And Daikon's, I don't believe her, your highest. You're trying to take the money with Lewis and George. He's like, well, I'm going to check the safe. And Ruthless is like, what safe? What safe are you talking about, right? So he goes to the back, comes back and says, oh, so all the money's here and you weren't trying to take the money from me? She's like, no, why would I do that? I love you, highest. I love you. So here we go. This is how Ruth gets out of trouble with the highest, because she had all intentions of taking all that money, getting her daughter and get out. But she had to flip the script. And yes, your boy Dakon's like, no, we don't believe you. You're just trying to take the money. The highest is like, listen, let's stop this, you know. And they're like, listen, we're here to please you, the highest, right? So here we go. Ruth rolls up on the highest. She pulls off one of the straps on her little lingerie, shows a little side boob. And yeah, on and popping. That's right. Daikon, the highest, and Ruth are about to get it on and popping. But of course, we're probably not going to see this go down. But again, it's time for this threesome. And here we are in the morning, the aftermath. And they are just laying there. They please the highest. And here comes Elder Madamava. The highest, there is a man here and I don't know who he is, but he has a message. And he has the children. And he says they are ready. He's like, ah, yes, the children are ready. So the highest goes to the pavilion. It's a new day. And yes, we're going to do things in a new way. I present to you Obadiah. And that is the name of the man with the red kufi, Obadiah. He is the overseer, the headmaster to the children. And he introduces the children of the new paradise. And they walk in. We are the Rakadushi. Meanwhile, the sisters are looking on, right? And he is Obadiah introducing the children of the new paradise, right? Is it a new day? We're going to do things in a new way. And obviously, these kids are not the same children that left the campus. He has brainwashed them, indoctrinated them with the Raku way. And that was your boy, the highest's plan, Tyrone's plan from the beginning to raise new soldiers. And here we are with these children. They have berets on. They have axes in their hands. And yes, here goes the sister like, Olivia? This sister obviously has a daughter, and she sees her daughter and she's screaming her name. And she's interrupting this whole ceremony that's going on. And Obadiah says, this is not your child anymore. You don't have a child anymore. These are children of the Raku. And they're like, we are the Rakadushi. They are brainwashed, family, totally brainwashed. And here we are. There's Callie, and she's amongst them as well. And that is Ruth's daughter. And she can't believe what they did to Callie by brainwashing her. And now she's one of the little soldiers. So Obadiah is blocking one of the sisters from getting to her daughter. She's like, that's my daughter. I can't believe what you're doing. You're leaving here without my daughter. And Obadiah's like, listen, calm down. You're part of the Raku. Of course, the highest is like, Ruth, and called her name a couple of times. He act like she ain't him. Yes, your highest. He ain't want to deal with that at all. He's like, go tend to her. So she walks over to the lady, like, she's like, I'm not leaving. Boom, your girl, Ruth, pops her and says, come on, let's go now. Apologize to the highest. I'm sorry, your highest. I'm sorry, right? And she takes her away, right? The highest is like, oh, whatever, like, get out my face, right? Ruth, get her out of my face, right? So she takes her out of the pavilion, like, listen, you need to calm down, okay? My daughter is in there as well. We got to figure this out, okay? While I try to figure it out, you got to be quiet, speak no evil, see no evil. Don't say nothing, man. Just relax. He's like, you going to figure it out? She's like, yeah, I'm going to figure it out, but you got to be cool. You got to be quiet. I'm going to find a way to get our kids out of here, right? So again, they both have children. They both have daughters in there. Ruth has been trying to get, of course, Callie out of there. And obviously, this lady right here wants to get her daughter, Olivia, but she calms her down while they're trying to formulate a plan to get these children out of there. Of course, the highest is like, this is a new day. We have these new children, and they are going to show us the Raku way, and we have a new generation coming, right? So he's excited because of what's going on, all right? Meanwhile, your girl Lacey is there, Zane is there, and Lacey is laughing at everything that the eyes is saying. She is blurting out laughing while they're clapping, and she is going insane. I believe Lacey's really going insane as the highest continues to chant and talk about this and that, and they cheer him on. So this is the end of the episode, family. But again, what will happen next? Will Ruth figure out a way to get past Obadiah, to get Callie, to get Olivia and Tally's daughter away from this guy Obadiah and out of the campus? We shall see in the next episode of Tyler Perry's Ruthless, fam. Again, I appreciate you all for watching. Stay tuned for the next recap for episode 2 of season 5. Until next time, salute.